for a new and different perspective every week on LEGO sets, news, media, and more. You're listening to the BCC Podcast. It is Wednesday, May 31st, 2017, and you're listening to episode 203 of the BCC Podcast. I'm LQ, and joining me today is my good friend Mace. How are you doing, Mace?
I'm doing good. How are you today?
Good. You know, there's some new Dimension stuff coming out I just saw, though we're not going to talk about it today.
Yes.
There's too much news in the
but
docket.
I will just say I am getting Beetlejuice.
Also joining me today as another co-host is Klenda. How are you doing, Klenda?
I'm doing well. I've been really busy this last week, but I managed to be here anyway.
So have I. It's getting towards the end of the quarter. All my projects are wrapping up. And I bought some bricks and pieces the other day, so that's good. And it also took me a long time because I was very undecisive. You know who knows about that, though, is Ford, who is also here today.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, Ford, you were there the other night when I was making this order, remember? You and Orion were both on.
I was also there when I said
too.
that I wouldn't be on another podcast until the end of the summer.
Yeah,
but
you
then
did
I was
say
like,
that.
hey, wait a minute. I'm not leaving until the day after this podcast is being recorded. So I'm going to join in. I'm bored.
Which is awesome.
That and there's what happened was, I got up this morning and there was a ton of news and I'm like, they had to save all the news for the podcast that I wasn't going to be on. No, this is not happening.
It's payback, Ford, for making fun of me for wanting to order all those diamonds.
Clearly.
Obviously.
So, yeah, that was happening. I was on Bricks and Pieces. I was ordering a specific piece for Lloyd minifigure. Not a head this time. It was actually just one of mine got a scratch on it, and I wanted to replace it. So, obviously, I had to make it worth my while. I got all sorts of stuff like hot dogs and wigs. And
Sounds really weird in a non-LEGO context.
a teapot.
Sounds like quite the party.
But anyway, I really wanted some, the LEGO diamond crystal pieces. So I'm like, yeah, Orion, Ford, there's 8 colors of these here, and do you think it's a bad idea to buy one of each? And they pretty much just start laughing at me.
How can we not?
You said, well, why would you need all those? And I'm like, well, why not? What if I want one someday?
What do you need them for?
I have so many of those.
Well,
I only have
you might
old
not
sets.
remember this, Ford. Mace, you should remember this, though. A while back, we had planned this big thing that never happened. More of us were going to go to the downtown Disney Lego store. Obviously, we've been there many times together. But
right.
And what I was going to do was I was going to take a cup that you can fill up with the bricks and pieces wallet. I was just going to fill it entirely with diamonds and buy it.
Yeah, and then they didn't have them.
Did they not have them? I thought I just didn't want to pay for it when I got there.
I didn't see the pick-a-brick wallet
Could
at
have
all.
been either one.
No, it was there, Mace. I saw it.
I didn't notice it.
We didn't go over that way. We kind of stopped at the Star Wars section because that's when we got all our stuff. And then Leo had that magical moment where he picked up the carbon freezing chamber, and all of a sudden the Star Wars music started playing.
That was destiny.
We do have that on video, don't we? We should just release that part
do.
at least. Do you have that, or does Leo have that
Okay,
footage?
yeah. I still
I
haven't
have.
actually seen any of that footage.
Neither have I.
It was never edited in time for it to be relevant.
Oh, that's a shame.
But we should put it on the drive at least.
As long as it's done before 2018, I don't think it's too late.
I guess.
Well, now all the
Sets are
sets
still
are out.
relevant.
They're being swapped out for summer sets. Tomorrow, I think, is the first wave of summer sets, isn't it?
And there's already rumored 2018 sets. What's going on?
Oh yeah,
Summer
the
hasn't
Lego
even
Batman
started yet.
2018 set rumors.
Yeah, but the sets
Though,
won't be
in fairness,
important.
I feel like we knew about these for a while. Because we knew about Egghead, and his mech is being rumored to be one of the ones coming out next year. That was in, what was the book's name?
Wait, what?
The Lego Batman movie, the making of the movie. There was a picture of Egghead's mech. Which is a pretty cool mech.
Oh yeah. Especially for some throwaway Batman 60s TV show villain.
Yeah, I agree.
Isn't there a Dr. Egghead not only in Sonic, that's is Eggman anyways, but in Marvel.
Ant-Man, Hank Pym's arch nemesis, Egghead.
By the way,
I think that's
it's
his nickname.
Eggman. Jeez. Get your Sonic stuff right.
There's an Egghead and there's an Eggman.
Yes, I said it was Eggman. It's not Dr.
Eggman's
Robotnik.
stash is incomparable.
That was actually just a translation thing. In Japan, he's always been Eggman.
Oh, yeah, he was never Dr. Robotnik. That's something the American translation decided to call him. He was always Eggman.
I like Robotnik more. Just saying.
Well, no one asked you.
I prefer the name
It's
Robotnik.
definitely a cooler name.
Also, I believe it's rumored that this is going to be coming with Condiment King. This set.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which would be really cool, and Leo will love that.
Yes.
We need that pickle hat.
So, the first set rumored is the Batman Dune Buggy, which that's kind of boring, honestly, again, from the picture in the book.
Yeah,
I
we
have
don't
a
need
feeling that
another
might be
car
part of
and
a
a boring
larger
one
build.
at that.
Why didn't we
Either
get the
part
Bat
of a larger
Kayak?
build or maybe a smaller set.
Yeah.
If it was a smaller set, couldn't we have gotten the Bat Kayak?
I would have liked that.
We could have had the
I
Neon
would've
Talking
liked
Super
that.
Street Bat Luge, but we didn't.
That wasn't in the movie, was it?
It should have been.
Yeah. Hey, they
But
had
The
was
Bat
in
Kayak
Batman
was,
Brave
and
and the
I
Bold,
want the
though.
Bat Kayak.
Anyone remember the whirly bat? Batman's most embarrassing
I do.
helicopter.
Anyone remember the
There's already a
bazooka?
Lego version of that, though, isn't there?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it
isn't
came
that
out with the
like a
Batman
set
movie
this summer?
sets. I think it was versus Scarecrow.
But I feel like this wave is just kind of one of those things where it's like the
It's
Lego
runoff
movie
sets.
where it's like they just kind of put them out there and they have like all the main characters of the movie, so you can just get them all easily.
Oh, yeah, I
I
don't know if I
hope-
mentioned this or not, but the Dune Buggy's supposed to come with Captain Boomerang.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
But
That would be cool.
that Lego movie thing, I never took advantage of that.
By the way, did we ever get a set with Gentleman Ghost?
No, not
I
yet.
don't think we did, and if
I
we
want
did,
one.
I missed it. But I would love to have.
That would be
them.
cool to get.
We haven't
He
yet.
was in the movie, so they gotta release him.
Mhm.
Wait a minute.
Eventually.
To the right of Calendar Man, is that supposed to be Hugo Strange?
I don't know, I don't actually have the
Calendar
book.
Man.
Hugo has been rumored to come in whatever the second set was. There were two Batman ones that are rumored.
Yeah, there's the Dune Buggy and Eggman's food fight.
Yes, and
But here I'm reading on the
weird.
Brick Fan, it just says includes Condiment King.
yeah, but I
Yeah, I'm
have
not
heard
really
him
seeing
be.
anything.
I have heard that he's been rumored to come in one of the sets. I just cannot remember.
Okay,
it's a rumor.
The Brick Fan also reports there's been talks of another minifigure series as well.
for
Oh,
Batman.
Jeez.
I mean, I'd be down
Could
for
be
that.
pretty
They're-
cool.
I don't know.
The Lego Movie didn't have a series 2 though, did it? No, it didn't.
No.
But then
So
again,
I feel like
DC
that'd be a really
characters,
weird
even the
series to
obscure
do.
ones, are more
I
interesting.
feel like they could
than...
fill it though. There's still a lot of villains.
I mean,
like
yeah, I feel like it would be cool to do, but is it going to be relevant?
Gentleman Ghost and who's that you see in the same picture we're looking at? Who's that woman down there in the middle between Red Hood and the Kabuki
That's
twins?
that's
It's
the main
not
thing
Star
that already came
Sapphire.
out.
Oh
It
yeah,
did
that's
already-
Tarantula. That's Tarantula. I have her from
Yeah,
Killer
that's what I
Croc's
thought.
Okay,
Tailgater.
and
Oh,
it didn't
that's
come out.
her.
Because I'm thinking we
Okay,
still
I
gotta
don't
place
remember.
Gentleman Ghost somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if he's
And I'm
in
sure there's
this-
random other things in the movie we have not noticed.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm glad Condiment
Yeah.
King
Wait a
didn't
minute.
look like this
The
in
St.
the movie.
Patrick's!
What?
What?
The St. Patrick's!
Yes, his leprechaun outfit.
The
You're
St.
gonna have to be
Patrick's!
more
That...
specific.
You,
All
you
of
don't remember
Batman's
the
bat
St.
suits, his
Patrick's?
Irish-inspired one. The St.
No.
Patrick suit.
Can you link me that?
Oh, I remember that.
I'm trying to get it. Saint...
I still haven't.
I can't
gotten to
find
see
it.
the
Mace,
Lego
do you know where I
Batman
can
movie,
find it?
so
Oh,
I'm-
yeah, you
I'm
didn't see the
trying.
movie. Well, it was in the trailer, too.
I don't remember, man.
It was remember when they were scrolling through the big bunch of suits?
You know who else we could possibly get in another series? Robin in the Nightwing costume.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool.
Because that was in the movie as well. And we never actually got it. So...
I feel like it would be weird to do another minifig series.
But
with
now that I'm thinking about it, there's so many I still want to get.
It does feel a little late, but DC has a lot of interesting, fun characters, so I wouldn't mind it.
And they might have sold really well. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's... Oh, Ford, I found a picture of the St. Patrick's.
Good, because I can't.
Ooh, excellent.
Did we ever get El Mariachego? Or however you pronounce it?
No, we did not.
Yeah, we need that one too. Or the Batriot.
There are just so many. Okay,
Here-
I'm
here,
down.
Ford,
I'm
look.
down
Many
for another
things.
Batman
Oh
wave.
yeah.
I'm down.
All right. I'd be okay with it.
As long as we still get a
What
few
about the-
other DC sets.
I'm not sure. Some of these I'm not sure if you can make or without it, but yeah, we gotta get the culturally insensitive one.
What?
And it's a quote from the movie
Duh.
again, where Robin's like trying on all these suits, and he gets on the
Culturally
mariachi one. He's
Yeah,
like,
do this one.
"That one's
No.
culturally
Do this one.
insensitive." And you know who else?
Yeah.
And you know who else we need to get to? Reggae Man,
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Reggae-mon.
Pokemon.
the full version of Reggae Man. We need that because we need the guitar and everything.
That would be
Robin
awesome.
outfit origin ever.
Pokemon.
Reggae-mon.
Or what about the Merbat? We haven't gotten the Merbat either, have we?
I don't think we have.
No,
Man, this is
we
gonna
have
be a
not.
nightmare to put all these pictures in the podcast, but yeah, see, there's so many we could fill another wave with.
Seriously, have we gotten the Krampus bat?
Krampus. Oh, have we?
Rompus?
Right next to the Glam bat and the
The Santa
Comic
Claus
Con.
inspired
Oh, there's a
one.
Comic Con exclusive.
Yeah, that one actually already came out a long time ago as a Comic Con exclusive.
No, I know, but it says
I had
it
never
says
heard of
Comic
that.
Con, but I
There's a
just hadn't
Comic-Con-
realized
Oh
that.
wait, you're talking
hadn't
about
realized that-
Zero and R?
I hadn't realized that
yeah,
in
are
the
you talking
movie
about
they
the
called it the
original?
Comic Con exclusive, but that's hilarious.
I noticed that back in the trailer, but yeah,
Ooh,
there's so
wait,
many
Armageddon.
small Easter eggs in there.
So
Where
I hear there's another
There are.
to get away from Batman. I heard there's another exclusive coming out soon, and everybody's super excited for it.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not done talking about Batman.
Well, I'm done talking about Batman because I want
Where's
to
the
talk about the old
Krampus
fishing
one,
store.
Glenda? Is it in one of the pictures I posted?
It's the
Yeah,
Santa
it is. It's
inspired one.
the one right next to Glam Bat, Merbat, Comic Con exclusive. It's the most recent one.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It's the bright red one.
okay. There's another picture that's actually just referred to as the Santa Bat.
Mhm.
I'm not
Two
sure if we
different
get that one or
things.
not because I could believe you can make that one with existing parts already.
I'm sure you can.
What about to say?
Except not the Santa hat with the bat stamp on it. But yeah, okay. You know what? I want another wave of Lego Batman movie minifigures. Oh, here's another one. This Robin in the fiery Batman suit. We don't have that one either.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that.
See, there's
just
so
many.
So yeah, there's way more than enough to fill an entire another wave, and I'm sure there's villains that were in there I didn't even notice that didn't get a minifigure yet.
Uh-huh.
Which one's the Craven the Hunter one? It's not called that, but
Oh, that one back there, like the kill.
the Wee Kelpie.
Yeah, that one. We need that one back there too. Though again,
That would be so cool.
was there ever a Lego Highland Warrior?
Yes,
I
there
don't
was.
know.
Yes, there was.
I mean, there's Hyrule Warriors, but that's different from Highland Warrior.
Okay, let's see, Lego Highland Warrior, because maybe you can just make that one too. Nope, it looks totally different. So yeah, that's a new thing I believe too.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, Lego Batman movie minifigure series 2, make it happen.
Do it!
Seriously.
There's also in the same one with the Robin and the Flames. There's one. I think it was Circle in this picture I got. Now I realize I'm going to have to source this picture I used. But there's that one that there's like the Robin from Batman and Robin back there
Yeah, I can
with
see
the
that.
bat cowl. And then to his left, there's like a policeman bat type thing. You see, it's like a SWAT
Yeah.
team guy with the police blue and like the bat flick cowl. Man,
Yeah,
there's
I can
still.
see
I'm
that.
sure there's
So
even
many.
more we haven't noticed too.
Oh, absolutely. They had a blast making all of these.
We
Okay,
still need
so
a
Ford,
lobster with a bite taken out of it.
Do we have enough time in this segment? Yeah, Ford, we've got like 40 seconds left. What do you want to mention?
Dude, seriously?
Well, yeah.
Okay, well, old fishing store revealed. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
We
we
have
were gonna
time in
do
the
that
last
later.
segment. We're gonna move that to the last segment.
Okay, that was it.
Okay. So, yeah, there's plenty coming up. When we come back, we're gonna review Ninjago Hands of Time, which just recently finished airing in the U.S. on Cartoon Network. So
Yeah,
stick around
finally.
after the break. Want to join in on the discussion? Join the BCC Crew Discord server. Link is in the description below. Welcome back to the BCC podcast. It is time for us finally, after all this waiting, to review Ninjago, the Hands of Time.
Oh, this
My
body is ready.
Music.
Ford, you're
My
not
mind is
Reggie.
ready.
I sound like him.
Actually, you
Sort
couldn't
of.
sound further from him. You literally could not sound further away from me.
Oh, dude.
I'd have to listen to his voice again to try and impersonate him.
What the heck?
My boy.
Anyway,
But yeah, Hands of Time last Friday finally finished airing in the US after 5 months of waiting.
Took forever.
Yes.
yes.
And I'm
Yes!
surprised
Sorry.
Glenda and Mace actually saw it today. Just in time for the
Yeah.
podcast.
I have
You're
not
welcome.
because I have a tendency not to watch things because I was also watching Rebel season 3.
Okay, can I just say something? To get this done in time, I watched the episodes at 2 times speed.
That's too bad.
That's
I
I
occasionally
watched
had
them
to
at
slow
the
them down
correct
to 1.50 or 50%. I'm trying to figure out the percentage there.
well, I would do that on the plane. but I can't do that on the
150%
plane.
speed.
So that stinks.
How annoying with
Oh,
Lloyd's voice at that
um,
speed.
It actually didn't change the pitch at all on YouTube.
I forgot YouTube doesn't do that.
Huh, I
it
never
doesn't. Which is
tried
kinda
speeding up a video on
disappointing.
YouTube.
I was
That
looking
would've been
forward to seeing
entertaining.
that.
You
But
don't even do it when you like slow down a video.
now,
It
for anyone
doesn't, it's
interested, we're going to start off by giving a quick our thoughts review on it that is not going to be spoilers. So that way, if you're still on the fence about trying to track down this and watch it somewhere, we'll tell you whether or not you should. So,
Yes.
so basically, the premise of this season is there's a new enemy, the Hands of Time. It deals a lot with time. And going back to the past where Sensei Mugen had another
really?
hidden
It deals
enemy
with time.
who comes back. That's about as much of the plot I can say without spoilers, honestly.
Mhm.
Because I guess basically the rest of it is spoilers, isn't it?
It is. It really is.
It is. What about the artifact thingies?
Yeah, the Hands of
magic
Time.
ogre MacGuffin.
That's what controls time, but that you'll find that out in the episodes as well. But our thoughts on the season, I'll start off with mine real quick.
Of course you will.
It's if you're a Ninjago fan, it's by far worth watching. The humor is good. There's stuff that happens. You know, you get a lot of cameos from older characters, which I will not spoil in this segment. It's generally you're gonna enjoy it if you like Ninjago. Now, if you don't like Ninjago or you're just coming in now, this is not the season to start with, because
Yeah.
this probably is Ninjago at its lower points. Did anyone find out who the writers were for this season? Like I asked.
I'm afraid I do not do that sort of thing. I'm a bad person.
So,
I do not
Um,
know.
Glenda and May, share your quick spoiler-free thoughts on the season while I try and find that out, because that goes into something I want to talk about.
Okay. Macy, want to go first?
Oh no, you can.
Okay. I thought that it was pretty well done. It's not as good as some of the other stuff that I've seen from Ninjago, but to me at least, it held up. If, as LQ said, I hadn't known who the cameo characters were, it wouldn't have made any sense whatsoever to me. So, again, if you haven't seen the earlier stuff...
Well, that's not
it's
quite
gonna
what I
make
meant.
sense.
I just meant it's not a good high point. You're not going to have a good impression from the show if you come in now.
Well, I'm building off of your point, just going off at a right angle. Rather than in the same direction.
So, real quick, I found a few of the writers.
Yeah, I
but
just found them
not
too.
All of them.
Yeah, a lot of them on
Okay.
Wikipedia are to be
To be
TBA.
announced.
Yeah.
Which is like, the show's already out, people.
So it's probably in the credits somewhere, but here we have David Shane. He writes the first two. John Bank. Jack Thomas. Adam Beechin.
Not the worst last name ever.
David Shane wrote Hands of Time, and then he also wrote the second two of this season. I have a feeling he probably wrote the finale, because that's how shows normally work. Is, they have some... I know that's how S.H.I.E.L.D. normally works, at least. But... So yeah, it was... I guess that could explain some of... It's a bit of a mess at points, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little weird sometimes, yes.
So, Mace, what are your
The
thoughts?
humor in it, though. I really liked the humor. It was one of the funniest
humor was-
seasons in a while.
The humor was one of its highest points.
Dareth is the best. Ah, man. Can't say much more without spoiling, but...
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened in that. And if you're a continuing fan, you really do want to watch this, because otherwise you're going to see the next one and be like, wait, what?
I
I
personally
never
liked it
advise
more
a
than,
continuing fan to skip a season
the
of Ninjago. Too
Possessed,
much
I
happens.
think.
It's like skipping a
Yeah.
season of Agents
You
of
can't
S.H.I.E.L.D.
really doing this.
Yeah.
I would know.
Yeah, it really is all we can give without spoilers, because unlike a lot of seasons where I feel like the general premise is pretty spoiler-free, the general premise of this season is basically a spoiler.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much locked tight.
Yeah, it was
like
very ominous going
whoever
in. Like,
produced the show.
with Skybound, we had to clear up the idea, Sky Pirates.
Yeah.
Great.
That's all you needed
This
to
is
know.
a bit more complicated than that.
Yeah.
It's like
So-
time travel.
This one was...
Parents. What?
So, I'm actually...
Oh, it's like this, but this, and how about that?
That being said, though, that doesn't necessarily make it better for doing that. Skybound was
No.
better.
Yeah.
It tries to do a lot.
Skybound was best.
And
I
I'll
like
get
the
into
Skybound
specific
villains a
flaws
lot
more in the
more,
spoiler
too.
part, but before we get into that, I've given this season a letter grade.
Oh.
Okay.
Have you?
I'm going to give it, and this might surprise some people, because I normally really like Ninjago, a C-, as far as Ninjago is
That's
concerned.
not as
C-.
harsh as I thought you were going to be.
No, it's not, because, like, a D is, like, I wish it didn't exist. C- is, like, just above that for various reasons. Also, if anyone's concerned about the time travel part, that's probably actually one of the better aspects of it, is they don't do anything really screwy with that.
They don't mess that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't
And it
go
follows
like,
generally the
season
same
2
rules that
on it.
Ninjago time travel follows.
If you
as we
weren't
know.
a fan of Wrong Place, Wrong Time, this one won't be like that.
Yeah.
Good.
No giant plot.
So-
I thought you were going to give it a B- or C+.
No, C-, and we'll get more into the reasons for that. Again, if you're a Ninjago fan, still watch it. It's not going to be boring. It's not going to be not worth your time. But if you're not a Ninjago fan, this isn't anything to put on a pedestal. In fact, this is like definitely it is the last season so far, and I would definitely save it for last. Like Skybound, I would almost recommend some people new to it come right into Skybound, because that's a great season.
Oh yeah.
Skybound is just that good. Like Skybound
But
is
in
like
the
an
interest
A+.
of chronology, just watch them in order.
Yeah, it is. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
this isn't going to give a good impression for Ninjago to anyone, in my opinion.
Yeah, but if you want to get sucked into it, start with Skybound.
No, don't start. If you want to get sucked in, I'm just saying, to give a general impression, never start with Skybound if you want to watch the whole thing. But if you're just trying to watch
but
some
it's
of
so
Ninjago, if you
good,
just want to get a
though.
taste of Ninjago, watch Skybound.
Yeah. Maybe like watch the first episode or something like that.
So, anyway, you guys have any more thoughts before we move into spoilers?
No
There isn't really much
spoiler-free
more we can
ones.
say.
I didn't watch the show, so
Except I found the minions to be more boring than the typical ones. I like
Okay,
the
yeah.
Serpentine more. I like the Skybound pirate crew more.
So yeah, let's use that to segue into spoilers for anyone who's concerned. This will bleed into the next segment a little bit, so skip until you see a picture of the jellyfish mech in the podcast, and we'll be done talking about spoilers if you want to avoid them. If you don't care, stay tuned. Well, not stay tuned, because we're not even tuning out. We're just going to go into it. So yeah, the Vermilion, while I love their minifigures, they were not needed here at all. They were
Far away.
total filler in this season.
I felt like they'd done that idea before, or I've seen that idea done a lot.
It is kind of like, well, the premise is, Ford, I don't think we even told you this, but they're eggs, genetically modified eggs of the Great Devourer,
so they're basically xenomorphs.
basically.
Perfect.
Now,
And
when
a little
That's what I
Snakies.
totally needed.
they didn't need these people, honestly. They don't.
At all.
They kidnap some people,
Wait
and
a
that's
minute.
about
How
it.
are they genetically modified?
Someone took an egg and then genetically modified that, and then
But
produced
the Great
offspring
Devourer
from
didn't have eggs.
No, it
that.
did
I was
now.
confused by that.
But
It apparently
Now it
had
did.
them and
wait,
nobody
I
knew
thought the
about
Great
it.
Devourer was always
I
thought of as
had a bit of a
he.
wait. It had egg. Oh, hold on a minute.
Technically,
Is
we
there a way
never
for me to
know
go back and check?
what happened with the original Great Devourer anyway, so that's never been explained.
He blew up, didn't he?
No, not that time. Like before, when they entombed it in the lost city of Ouroboros and like put it to sleep.
Oh, true that.
Because like we have the
That
fangs
is-
of the original Great Devourer and the Fang Blades, and like we know it's been around before. But was that before the
Well,
Serpentine
what I was
Wars?
thinking, like, why didn't they just take
I think
DNA
so. I
from
believe
the
so.
fangs?
Oh.
I'm not sure what happened
Well,
to
you
the
see,
Fang
for the
Blades.
sets have this egg piece in them, and we got to make it relevant.
Mhm.
But again, you could just take DNA from the fangs and not take it from an egg that we never knew about before.
Another
Like, don't
Two
read
other
the
It's another
deal,
magical
just
boomerang.
like do something that you have before, like do something that you have in front of you with or whatever.
Well-
you know what I mean? Like,
the Serpentine needs a little cleaning up in their
So
mythology.
yeah, the Horde
Like,
enemies.
where did Scales'
History,
pink
whatever.
wife come from?
Oh, she was in Rebooted.
Yes, but why is she
Who?
pink?
Scales'
There
wife
are no
and
pink
his son.
species.
Yeah.
There's no pink
Oh, yeah.
species.
She's tattooed or something. I don't know.
Body paint.
Well, that's what tattoos
Makes
are. Just
shedding really
tattoos are
complicated,
body
but, you
paint
know.
for the insides.
She
Which
shed her
makes
skin,
it-
and her skin hasn't turned blue again yet.
So,
I was gonna say that makes shedding skin a little weird, but yeah.
let's talk about the issues with this because I think those are probably what
'Cause
most
we
people are
like
gonna
both.
hear about. Let's face it, those
Mhm.
make better radio.
They do.
So,
People
the
love to
general
hear people
premise of the
complain.
season was old. We've seen this before. An enemy that Sensei knew about a long time ago that he didn't tell everyone about.
Such
just
a
like
scrub.
Kama.
This is why you need to tell people things when they, I don't know, trust.
And I guess he
me.
kind of thinks about that at the end, but not really.
Nah.
hmm At least write
So,
a
yeah,
journal and tell them to
the main
read
villains,
up on
Crux
it.
and Acronyx, well, the villains weren't bad at all, honestly. They were kind
Oh,
of
no.
throwaway in the end, and their premise for them being there is already kind of shaky. Like, first there was the Elemental Master of Wind, who turned bad since they didn't tell us about. Now there's the Elemental Masters of Time, who turned bad since they didn't tell us about. By the way, another big gripe I have this season, not really for legitimate reasons, but Sensei Wu doesn't exist anymore. It's
Oh,
Master
again
Wu.
with this.
And it come on, I'm not the only one who just felt so uncomfortable every time they said Master Wu, right?
They're cannibalizing
didn't
the
notice.
season for the movie.
I was
I didn't
missing.
really
Get
notice.
it
I missed
together,
the Sensei.
man.
It doesn't sound right. I'm not the only one who thinks that, right?
I didn't notice
I mean-
myself.
Well, I'm biased because I like the Japanese language, so I prefer Sensei. I thought it was just me though.
It's been Sensei for 6 years, and then all of a sudden they try to change it. It just
Maybe
really
because they
doesn't
didn't want
feel right
to-
at all.
You know how they went off to giving the title to Lloyd? Maybe they didn't want to have to call Lloyd Sensei Lloyd without him actually being a teacher of anything.
Well, the thing is,
Well,
he
they
said he was
could've
going to
had
try to
some-
be a sensei at the end of Possessed.
Yeah, but it feels like they're giving him the title without him doing the work for it.
Yeah, they are, but that's just Lloyd's character in general.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Wait a minute. People not getting titles but not doing the work for it sounds like something
Sounds like-
going on today that we probably shouldn't talk about on the podcast.
I know exactly what you're getting at.
Something that
Wah,
really grinds my gears.
Ford, we're running out of time in this segment, so one more thing I got to bring up before the end. That I did, let's end this segment on a
Is it
positive
the
note.
parents?
No, because I need way more time to talk about that. But
I
they,
thought we were
they
gonna
use
talk
the
about,
Temple of Air Jitsu
their
as their base
parents.
throughout the episode, which is cool for people who bought the set.
That's cool.
And also, it's now sold out in the Lego
Yeah.
shop, so I'm never gonna get it.
It even has a picture of
never
Sensei
get that.
Blackbeard or whatever his name was hanging up.
Yang, yeah.
Yang, yeah,
That's
that's
funny.
it.
Yang
I
the
like
younger.
Sensei Blackbeard better though.
So, yeah, that was cool. I think this is a pretty good base for the ninja because it actually feels more high class than ninja literally living anywhere on the street they found the previous seasons.
Mm-hmm.
They said
And
you
the
were
fact
high
that it was
class,
flying
but
the
that was just
island
a lie.
makes it a good base of operations.
So So
Elvis.
we're gonna have to finish this in the next segment, and like I said, I'm gonna talk about Kai and Nia's parents in that segment. So
Here we go.
be prepared. Hey, you say it like I'm the only one who is kind of not happy with this. It's an issue I think
but
everyone
you're the
knows.
one talking about it.
Ninjago Die Hard.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in the next segment. Have a question or comment you'd like us to answer on the podcast? Just send us an email at thebccpodcast@gmail.com. Welcome back to the BCC Podcast, episode 103.
Oh, we're not surfing.
We are now continuing
I totally think it's like
our
surfing.
Ninjago discussion. What do you guys say about the song?
Surfing.
sounds like surfing.
Yeah, it's from Lego Island.
Like Shawnee!
Surfing's a big part of Lego
Like
Island.
Shaw.
Like get
There's
that
tons of,
shade,
like-
dude.
Beach people.
Snow chi every day.
You said we weren't talking about that anymore.
I gotta get my chi fix.
Okay,
Sorry, she had a relapse. She had a
before
relapse. She'll
this
be okay.
goes overboard. Clinton, you complain about this the most when we're off air.
I
What, the
do.
chi
You guys
jokes?
are a bad influence. Look what you've done to me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Like what? The chi jokes, dude.
Okay, so we're continuing our discussion on Ninjago Season 7, Hands of Time. So,
Like
as
that.
we we flat out told you in the last segment, it's time for us to talk about Kai and Nia's parents, and a big issue with that.
Mhm.
Yes.
Like, what's the problem, dude?
So, you know how we see Kai and Nia's parents actually all the way back to Tournament of Elements in the flashbacks, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they look exactly the same 40 years later. By the way, we know the Serpentine Wars now were 40 years ago. They say that in the beginning of the season. Kai and Nia's parents
Oh.
come
That's
back,
a long time,
as
dude.
anyone who's seen the season knows. And if you don't care, they come back. If you're listening to spoilers already, so obviously you don't care. And they don't look any different at all.
Their hair didn't
It
even
drives
get
me
gray.
insane.
That's the
Different
least
at
they
all.
could have done.
Someone else talk about this for a bit. I'm not going to take up all the airtime.
Well, like dudes and dudettes, they're
Ford, you
like
haven't even seen it.
totally the same.
Someone besides Ford.
Like, I'm just
Okay.
going by word of mouth. Dude.
Anyway, my immediate answer was, okay. So is there some weird timey-wimey thing that they're gonna explain this
It
with?
seems like they would have
No.
done that, you know? They had the perfect
I mean, if you
opportunity
already-
to do that.
If you're
Nobody
having
even
all the
brought it up.
timey-wimey
Nobody
stuff
noticed.
already,
It's some
Then-
weird bibbly babbly timey wimey stuff, dude.
it's wibbly wobbly, not bibbly bobbly. That's bibbity bobbity boom.
I
Different
say what I
franchise.
want.
Nobody even noted it in the show. So I don't think they're going to
Yeah, it
address
was
it.
just them
Unless the
being
fans read
lazy.
the stink, they're not going to address
Sensei is so young back in time. In fact, he looks like he could almost be a teenager.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Sounds
looks
like
the
one
same
too.
age as the ninja, and actually
Yeah.
he looks younger than Kai and Nia's parents, which
What-
makes
Ray
yeah.
and what is their mother's
Maya.
name? Maya.
Maya.
Maya. Okay.
So, yeah, they don't age at all, and like it does.
Oh.
It's so. We already have an issue with this in Ninjago, like how it was Lloyd so young.
Mm-hmm.
That was already a big issue, but at least the rest of their ages are consistent. But now they're not. They're
Yeah.
there's
Well, no.
they've
Time
broken
travel.
it beyond repair basically at this point.
It's like
Mhm.
inconsistent, just like my voice, dude.
Oh, can I bring up something that I was going to bring up earlier?
Sure.
We never see Kai and Nia's parents using their elemental power.
Yeah, that's a thing that was never really explained to us. If only one person can
Yeah.
have the elemental power at once, I'm just not sure.
Yeah.
Thing is, earlier in the show, Lloyd used to be able to use all 4 elements, so I kind of assumed anyone could be trained in the elements. Of course, that was kind of retconned already with the elemental masters.
Well, there's that in Skylar. Skylar is
Yeah,
also
Skylar,
able to
but
use
her-
other people's powers.
But
so-
that's her elemental power, even though Amber's
My elemental
not.
power is
Even
the
though
power
that's not
of
an
leeches.
element. That's not an element at
Yeah,
all.
Amber isn't an element, but that's her
And
Leech
neither is
is
stealing
totally.
people's powers.
Oh, I think
So-
Che should be an element.
I'm not sure if they have their powers or not. I mean, it didn't specifically specify, if I recall.
They didn't
It
fight
didn't, they
back
just
at
didn't
any
use them.
opportunity, so they didn't exactly have any opportunity to use it. They didn't try. There was no point
Well-
where they would have been trying to use their powers, so they might have it.
They might have it and just not have used it yet.
They were damsels the whole way through.
I have a feeling. Oh yeah, I'm back. Yay! I have a feeling that perhaps it's like kind of like a rite of passage thing or something like that, where they have to pass on their power to like the next person. It's like a
they could've-
symbiotic relationship kind of thing.
Except they
However,
never do
that
Could
that.
have done that before.
However, the thing is, that means.
I don't know, man.
However, that would mean that, for instance, Nia would have gotten her power when she was 3 years old. Doesn't seem like the most prudent gift to give a 3-year-old.
well, they got the potential for their power. They didn't get their
Yeah.
power until they were trained by Wu.
Yeah, they had to be trained to use their
And
powers,
then they have
obviously.
to find their true.
Okay, that's
potential.
true.
And that
But-
would make sense, because that would explain how Zane got his powers if he was gifted them by the Master of
But
Ice.
we see they're clearly not gifted them, because
True.
they just leave Kai and Nia in the yard.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
But then
happened with
also,
that.
like, how do they specifically gift?
Kai and Nia
different
didn't even
people?
have an Alfred. Kai just raised Nia since he was 6 years old, and she's totally ungrateful for that.
Oh.
Yeah.
But then, like, how would like
Yeah.
the previous Master of Ice know to give it to Zane? That kind of thing.
That's like a thing
I'm
where it's always
thinking
been
that they're
implied
going to
Zane is
explain that.
special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
Zane is special.
I
I
feel
hope
like
they go into that later.
by the way that I'm thinking of it, which is probably flawed in all kinds of ways. The way I'm thinking of it, you'd have to know who you're gonna give the power to.
And he wouldn't have known that because
And-
Zane was a recluse all his life.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And who would have
Zane
given it
stayed
to
in the-
Lloyd? Didn't
Zane
Lloyd
stayed
inherit it from the
in
Golden
hollowed out
Master?
tree all his life, basically, before being reset by.
Okay. Can I give my
Doctor.
theory on that, which is totally way out there?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
We're all friends here.
So, the child of the previous Master of Ice is ill and on the point of death. The scientist guy who created Zane puts his soul inside the robot.
That's definitely not it. Ninjago wouldn't go there.
No, I know they wouldn't. I said it was way out there.
I was
mean,
thinking what
maybe.
you're going with Dr. Julian was the Master of Ice's son, who was like the oldest elemental master there.
Well,
That-
that
hey,
is
that's
also
possible.
a possibility, and
That's
I was
possible.
thinking that also.
Though that screws up the timeline even more because how old is Zane? Because Kai and
We
Nia's
don't
parents
know.
didn't
God.
age. Kai and Nia's
We
parents
really,
didn't
really
age,
don't
but Dr.
know.
Julian died.
Poor Doctor.
I really
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
what happens to Dr. Julian.
That means Zane, if people don't die in their 60s in Ninjago.
Wait a minute. Does that
He
mean
didn't die
Dr.
once, he died
Julian
twice.
is older than the world itself?
Yeah.
And so, like, is
Older
Zane, like,
than reality.
as old as Sensei Wu?
He
How
could
do
be,
they-
for all we
hang
know.
on,
He doesn't
the world
age in
was
the
only
traditional
recently
sense.
created. Then how does all this technology come up?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
speaking
that's
of-
a good point. They
Guys,
were
I'm
using
questioning the
abacuses
reality
and
of
then
this fake toy world.
It's
they
okay. I
used
do
to
that
use an
basically all the time.
abacus, and then 40 years later they're on smartphones.
Okay,
That's a
honestly,
little fast.
for
Yeah,
a fictional
that's a little
world, think about how
far-fetched.
much technology's evolved in 40 of our years. From, like, the 60s to 2000.
Yeah,
True
but
that.
we didn't go from medieval times or like feudal Japan or whatever to like
Right
to-
now,
to
beyond
having
right now.
I can forgive that. Of
tokusatsu.
all the issues Ninjago has, I can forgive that one easily. That's like not an issue to
How?
me at
It's
all.
certainly not the worst one because
they
we
didn't
can
have
assume
smartphones
that
until after
Borg did it
rebooted.
all on his own.
But then like how
That's
did they
true.
develop all that technology so fast?
Borg
Cyrus
They
himself.
Borg.
stole it from other cultures.
Okay.
He's like Stephen Hawking, but better. He's like Stephen Hawking and
So
If
like
he
Um,
actually
Einstein,
did
Steve
stuff.
Jobs combined,
where he's an actual
and a
genius.
nicer guy altogether.
And an unlimited amount of resources. That guy.
Unlimited-
resources.
With infinite resources and sagacity.
So yeah. Anyway, Ninjago's technology, it
can I
evolves
say one
fast.
more thing?
Obviously, yeah. Sure, go ahead. I don't need to go on this tangent.
Since we were talking about Zane, are we going to end up talking about Samurai X at all?
Yeah, we'll get into that because that's like I think probably one of the last points we have besides the ending of the season.
Yeah.
And how much time do we have left in this segment? Oh, we got
about
4
we have
minutes
like
yet.
5
So
minutes left.
we'll talk about Zane in ages. You know,
Gotta
we
go
can talk about that
fast.
forever. We should save that for another day.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could do an entire podcast on that
We
one.
could.
Stay
Because
tuned.
we're definitely going to talk more about Hands of Time plot points next week because there's not enough to fit into one podcast
yeah.
with all the news we had this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was kind of crazy.
So
this
we're going
week.
to talk about the new Samurai X
Jellyfish-Craft.
real quick. It was never revealed who it is.
Oh.
We all know who it is. It's Pixel.
It's
Yeah,
Pixel.
Yeah.
It
I
really
knew
does
that from
have to
the
be
episode
Pixel.
she disappeared.
Pixel disappears right when it comes. So
Yeah.
that's
I
that.
like the new color scheme, though. Looks
I'm not a fan of it, honestly. There's some people who are. I'm not, because I don't think that's really... I think Pixel's character works well on her own without giving her a totally new character, first off. Which
Well,
is
that's
basically
true,
Samurai X.
but I felt
Her
that she was
and
wasted
Samurai
inside
are
of Zane's
compatible.
No more love triangles.
head. I felt she was wasted at a 1 or 2 lines of dialogue in Zane's head.
Yeah, I don't know why they ever removed her body. That was stupid.
I don't know why they did that either. I'm really glad she's getting a body back. I don't know if they're going to drop the Samurai X
For the
plot point
record,
once
we
they
could
do
be
the
totally
reveal.
wrong. There's that slight margin of error possible here, and
It would
I
be
would be
hilarious if we were totally
overjoyed
wrong.
if we are wrong, and that was just something
It's
they tried to
like-
turn us off with altogether, like
Hang
a
on. How do they
a
play
really
out
good red
Samurai
herring.
X this season?
I hope it's Dareth.
How's
How do
it?
they
What
play
for?
it out? Is it like they play it out as like a hero or a villain?
Hero. It's basically just
so-
like Nia was, except with a better outfit.
Oh well, there
Yeah.
goes my whole there goes my whole Overlord theory that was stupid anyway.
You never
It's a
did
better
anything
mystery,
about that.
too. It was obviously Nia. It was more obviously Nia than it was obviously
Yeah,
Pixel.
this minifigure is way better than the original one, because I got this set, like, in January. The minifigure is awesome, by the way, like, one of my
It's
favorite
Chen's
Ninjago
long-lost
minifigures.
daughter.
It's call off.
Oh my
it's
gosh,
Dareth.
that would be great.
It's Dareth.
Yeah,
It's
that's if we
Dareth.
want to talk about some good things before
It's
we
the
talk about...
brown ninja. So,
Well,
Brown.
we don't have much time left to discuss all the good things, but all the cameos were really fun in this season.
were
There were a
fantastic.
lot. Call
Were the
off,
hatred
colors
Cole's
in it?
dad,
Oh.
Ronin.
Yeah, there's a
Dareth.
really funny part with
Skylar.
Karloff where he takes
Skylar,
the
yeah.
car keys out of his pocket.
we're like, hey, you're too heavy. Do you have metal in your pocket? Oh, I almost forgot. My car keys. Yeah, this isn't gonna work.
And the fact that Cole, who has super strength, would make him
Oh,
make
yeah,
him
that's
carry
another
Karloff
thing.
out.
I
this
thought
might
that
bleed
was
over into one
hilarious.
more
I was thinking,
segment.
why couldn't you just do it together?
Cole has super strength. He could have done it
Man.
easy himself.
Yeah. I was thinking they should have done it together. Or they could have, I don't know, summoned their dragons and gotten everyone out.
Dragons have
It
been
would
kind
not-
of been botched. Like, they can only do it when they're in these perfectly zen state of mind, seems to be what they're going for. Like, we
I
see
thought
that
it was
with
just
Lloyd.
when you're not terrified.
It's
Well,
because
now
the
it's
set
gone way
designers
further
keep
than that. They,
making
like I
more
said, they kind of
dragons.
botched it, like they did with the tornado creation or the true potential, and basically every new power they discover.
When was the last time they did the tornado of creation?
The writers literally said they kind of have written it out just because it's too powerful for the ninja always to have.
It is.
Listen to
especially
Brent
since
Miller's
there's
interview
6
with
of
Dan
them
and
you
Kevin
only need
Hageman, by the
4.
way. It's great.
Yes.
Oh, I saw that one.
Saw which one? I didn't hear
yeah,
it
they
myself.
mentioned the tornado creation.
Brent
They're
Miller's
like,
interview with
Yeah,
Dan
we didn't
Kevin
know we were
Hageman.
gonna get a full
Ah, yes.
like show, so we kind of wish we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, this segment's gonna have to go overtime just a bit to fit this, so... And we're not supposed to do that, so...
Yeah.
The ending...
I blame
This
you.
is most... Really, I think what wraps up, again, why we didn't like this season as much. I think generally speaking, and not that we hated it, but I think we generally don't have a great opinion of it. The ending is, like, we were all like, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
We all
Even I
thought
looked
that there
up
was
the
another
ending
page.
online real quick and had no idea what was going on, but I was like, wait, really? Like, that's it? That's the ending?
Me and Clenda, I know, both react this way. Mace, did you?
Yeah.
It feels like a very obvious setup for the next season without fully wrapping up this one.
Yeah, it didn't wrap up this one at
Satisfactorily.
all. Not to mention, now just Kai and Nia's parents are there for no reason. We didn't need them there.
At all.
And now Kai's
You
mom.
didn't need them, but you wanted
I just
them.
realized something.
They didn't
Nia's
do
mom
anything.
and Jay's mom are gonna have a long conversation about Nia and Jay. And both of them are going to be really embarrassed.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be hilarious.
That part
little
where
bit with Jay's
Kai walks in
parents,
on
that
Jay
was
and
fun.
Neo was really funny, too.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
What?
He
That
ran
was
into the
really...
door.
Okay,
I need a play-by-play
There was a scene with,
that scene.
well, I made Samurai X with my own 2 hands. You mean these hands? Takes hands. They're about to kiss it. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to walk in on that. I didn't see anything.
And then he had his hands over his eyes while explaining everything to them, and then ran into a door and fell down.
That's like the only time Kai's ever
went back and
acknowledged they
watched
were
that
even a
again.
thing.
Aw.
Yeah, I literally went back and
And
rewatched that in slow
Woo is
motion.
just gone in time.
I
Woo
rewound it
learned
too.
nothing, and I'm starting to get really mad at Woo as the seasons go on, because he's an idiot.
It's just
is.
like Vakama. He has Vakama syndrome. Abort now.
Oh, but he
Abort
was evil when he
now.
was young,
That's
too.
going to have to be it for our general review of Hands of Time. We probably talked down on it. No, never mind. We talked down on it as much as it deserves. Dan and Kevin Hageman, I believe, are coming back for the next season. I think.
Yay.
That's just off the top of my head, maybe some memory, but I hope they do a better job because Skybound was amazing. That was their last thing they did. I want more of that. And it looks like Ninjago is going to continue on because we have the new voice actor for Lloyd. We're going to have an entire couple of segments probably now on our speculation about where Ninjago's going. So
Yeah, there's a lot more to go over.
Ford will have to hand us his notes. But
Oh,
I
can I
have-
just
we have-
say one thing real quick?
no, because we've got to really wrap this
Okay.
segment up and get into the last segment. So sorry about
Okay.
that. But continuing for the last segment for our final LEGO news roundup, get into the rest of the news we have this week because it's been just a really busy week. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for new LEGO content every week at the BCC crew. Welcome back to the BCC podcast. I'm so happy this week I got to put 2 LEGO Universe soundtracks into the podcast.
Oh, yes.
I missed this game. Someday I'm going to talk about it on the podcast. But I figured I can use this in the podcast because LEGO doesn't care about it anymore, so no one's going to copyright flag us.
Uh-huh.
In that case, we should use Insane Bionicle Brain. They don't like that one either.
Yeah, we could use it, but the thing is, we're going to lose viewership if we use that.
I'm just saying, if we have an April 1st podcast...
My friends hate me because of that song, because I play it all the time just to get on their nerves.
You know, my family has gotten to the point where we just reference that song all the time. Like, well, we can't do this.
If
No,
anyone-
not without a big fry.
If anyone says the words insane or brain, and then all of a sudden John, who's on the podcast a while ago, he's like, no, don't say it, because he can see me getting my phone out of my pocket and start to bring up the song. I recommend
You
we
can
play
tell
that
he's
as
a
a
good
wedding
friend.
next
real.
month.
That's literally
'Cause-
real.
He
you
was
totally
actually,
should.
He was asking me for if I had any song suggestions to send him for his wedding. Thing is, neither of us listen to real music. Well, we do listen to real music, just not that kind of songs people play at weddings. So I was
wonder
like,
why that
well,
is.
let's see, go through my playlist. Ninjago, movie scores. Yeah, that's about it. Here's Insane Bionicle Brain. That's all my playlist on my phone is.
Mine's all carbon leaf. Shout out to the people who barely exist.
So, continuing on Ninjago, which, wow, the Hands of Time took way more coverage than I thought it would. I should have known, honestly.
And we still didn't
It's just,
get all of it in.
We still
There's
did
too
not
much
finish
to
it.
discuss this week, but Ninjago Movie Set pictures have been revealed, and by set pictures, I mean set picture. Does this set have a name? I don't believe it does, actually.
I don't think so, not yet.
It was a Toys R Us listing for this. It's gone now, by the way. It's 404 not found. But we saw the picture. Just Too Good reported on it. And it's this
Yeah, I
set
was too
Does
late.
not float.
I missed it.
where this guy in like this jellyfish shark thing is attacking this guy in a boat. And Jay's there. Just Too Good says this is his least favorite of the LEGO Ninjago movie sets. At least I believe that's what he said. I agree.
I like that little boat, though. Now, I like every single other set a lot more, especially Cole and Zane's vehicles, but I do like that little boat.
The boat's all right. This set will probably be around $30 though. This is the European back, so you don't have the part count because apparently Europeans don't need part counts. There's a legit reason for that. I'm just not going over it.
Please.
Yeah, I don't really feel much for this set. You guys think anything of it?
Nah.
I wasn't able. I didn't get here in time to see it.
It's in the
'cause
itinerary.
I've been busy.
But look at this.
I
understatement
I
Fish
looked for it and I
swords.
couldn't find it.
We're the first thing
They
under
better
segment
call
4.
them swordfish in the movie.
What?
We're talking. Ford
I-
went places that we're not going to discuss.
So
We're discussing the Lego Ninjago movie set that was
I kind
revealed.
of like this set. I think well, the thing is, so you explained to them about how you don't want to see the other Lego Ninjago movie sets right now.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But I'm only looking at legitimate pictures that are like stuff reported by Just Too Good or the Brick Fan or Brick Set. Places like that, I will start looking at them. But I don't like to
Credible
do the
sources.
bootlegs.
Okay, I see it now.
I will say this is probably the most underwhelming set of the bunch, having seen the new ones. So
Can I just say my immediate thought?
get
as
your
I see
hopes
this?
up, okay?
Yeah, what are your immediate thoughts?
My immediate thought was, "Duh, that's adorable and stupid." That's literally my immediate thought. Because it's just, what?
It's not a bad build at all, really.
It's
just
not a bad build. It's just
underwhelming.
I
It's just
can't.
kind of underwhelming.
But look at the
You know, of all
bad
things
guys.
you
It
with
isn't even
weapons.
underwhelming for me. It's just weird.
The bad guys have swordfish
It's
as their
completely
little
random.
weapons.
Not really.
And this is something I would expect from the Lego movie. So I guess it sort of fits into the same universe as that.
Well, yeah, the Ninjago movie sets are very much more so like that. If you look in the trailer,
Yeah.
you can tell the designs are much
Yeah,
different than
yeah, I
normal
can tell
Ninjago.
that.
Oh yeah.
But
It's very much a I don't want to say return to form for Ninjago, I guess.
It's goofy.
But like kind
It's
of like
fun.
it's just a new take.
it is a
altogether.
very new take, which it's a
Just like the
refreshing
movie
take
itself.
from what I've seen
Yeah.
so far. But I just noticed,
Now that they have that
and
jellyfish
looking at
head
Just Too
piece,
Good's
they need
videos
to
for this,
make
the Brick
Mysterio.
Vault just released a video. Every Lego Ninjago Kai minifigure ever made. Darn, my collection is inferior. I'm missing one.
Shame on you.
Literally
I
just
don't even
one.
know which ones I
My
have.
knee. Wow.
They need
I
to.
don't
Oh
even know
wait,
which
no, I'm
one
missing
I
two.
have.
I forgot. I still don't have the kimono Kai.
You're missing two. Double shame on
I
you.
bet you don't even have a real.
I could have sent you that one.
Wait, you could have? You had that one?
Yeah, I have the one from the
The
final
fire
battle.
mech?
Yes. Why didn't you ask me for it?
And
I
you
don't
missed
know
an
why I
opportunity
did
to get it.
because you
That's 3 shames.
I even told you that I had it.
Ford, you know you're going
Hey,
to
it's just
Cincinnati.
like that Ninjago-
Why don't you take it with you? Just stick it in your bag, just in case we happen to cross paths sometime this summer, because we'll be
I don't
closer.
know if what's gonna happen.
You never know.
It's just
LQ
like
may
that
hunt you
Ninjago
down.
Rider.
I'll
It's like
put
the
it in my
Ninjago Rider.
pocket or something.
Shane.
Hopefully they'll let me on the plane with it.
Oh, I took Mini Lewa on a plane, so you can take a minifigure on a plane.
Whoa, what if I took my sig fig with me and like did like a whole like travel?
You
into
could totally do
Cincinnati
that.
thing? That would
You
be
could definitely do-
That'd be a
you should do a
great little
vlog of that.
Yeah,
thing.
you should do that. And Ford, you should post some pictures on Twitter. You're never there. Keep keep
True.
the fans engaged with your life while you're gone.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter.
Do it.
So-
I mean, do it.
I do.
I guess we don't really have much more to say about this set. Hopefully, we're getting the official pictures of all the sets soon. Ford, I'm actually
I need to see Cole and Dave.
they're out there already if you really want to
What's up?
find them.
We all wanted.
But Ford is trying to get me to see them.
I'm showing the ones that are out there to Bossman after this podcast wraps up. Do not fret.
Excellent.
So
Fair not.
before we move on to our last piece of news, which we'll have plenty of time for here, I was hoping Melurus would be on to discuss it though. So actually, I might push it to next week because it's DC
I wanna talk
2018
about
sets.
it.
You want to talk about the
It's already
2018
gone,
DC
remember?
sets?
DC.
Okay.
Oh no,
I
not
buy
those.
DC.
Yeah. So, Glenda, how about you give everyone our Lego Ideas Spotlight of the week?
Okay. Now, this over here is a different idea than what we normally go with. This is a Lego pop-up book. It physically opens up like a book and has, in this case, in the main picture, it has Little Red Riding Hood, but you can have all sorts of different stories
Yeah, I'm not
inside
sure which
it.
one they'd produce if they actually made it. I like the jungle one the
Same
best.
guy
Me
who
neither.
did the particle accelerator.
The jungle one's really good. I also kind of like the castle one. But
Though, I think the jungle
I
one,
really...
there's an illegal connection on that one.
Oh, there is, really?
The goggles, like, in
I
between
could have
those two
sworn that
pieces.
this guy, the guy who did this project, was also the guy who did the particle accelerator.
Well, I watched his video. He seems very serious about this stuff.
He does. That's
So-
why his I guess his sets are admirable at best.
But yeah, it's a cool, very, very cool build. In the video, it looks really, really solid, too.
And it's
It'd be
nice
cool
that you
to
get
see
to
Lord
like
of the Rings
customize it however you want.
scenes
Mhm.
turned into them.
I could
I've
very...
always
cool.
liked those fold-out Lego things. If you've ever seen the... One guy made a pagoda that actually
I haven't seen that.
unfolds.
I want to see that. I have not seen that.
I would have to look it up and just try and figure out where it is, but he actually made it out of Legos and made it able to fold up. It's really kind of creepy. But this is
Cool.
something that's on a smaller scale, but it would also teach people how to make a pop-up Lego build so people could buy this set and kind of teach themselves how to do it, and we'd have more fan pop-up type stuff.
It sounds a lot like the maze though, but that it wasn't really on the market for that long, which is a shame.
Oh, I totally forgot that was even a thing.
Huh.
I forgot to.
That's
Are we
a-
talking
okay.
about the Minotaur one?
To me, that's a problem with a lot of these sets that come from ideas. Like they release and then you just kind of forget about them.
You know what I won't forget about, though? That it's coming out soon? The fishing shop.
Oh, dude,
The fishing
Mhm.
shop.
that looks. I've been okay. It's no secret that I've been wanting to talk about this entire time.
Yeah, we've talked about this on the podcast before, how we were waiting for this thing.
The wait is almost over,
Seriously.
and it's awesome.
It is.
Mhm.
It's too
Fantastic.
awesome.
They didn't water it down at all. I'd have to find the original pictures of it again, but I think it's actually even better.
Oh my god, they even got the brick detailing. How did they do it?
It's
like this, not even brick, it's just siding.
It's
That's
incredible.
awesome.
This is like a
Mhm.
grade A display model.
It's a dream
It's like,
come true.
Wow.
They've never made a set like this before, have they?
No.
Not in this way. We have not.
This is
Yes,
reaching
it
like,
is, I believe, the biggest LEGO Idea set ever at
Whoa.
2,049 pieces.
Is it
which
bigger than the
means
Saturn?
this is the size of a modular building, believe it or not.
So it's bigger than the
Whoa.
Saturn.
Yeah, it's bigger than the Saturn.
Dude. Oh yeah, fun little fact. I was over a friend's house this past weekend. They had Assembly Square, and I got to build the first 3.5 batches of bags.
Oh yeah, I
Worth of
saw
it.
the pictures of that on
No,
chat.
2.5. And it's a monster. It's awesome though.
I wish
First
I could
modular
afford
build
modular
ever.
buildings.
Awesome.
I only want one. I'm not greedy. Just give me one.
Do you have one in mind?
No
Oh,
idea.
I have one in mind, the Palace Cinema.
Oh, I want that one so badly.
I'm looking
I
at
don't
that
even
right now,
know what I
actually.
want.
But I feel like
Okay.
now
So
that
good.
this that I feel like now that the old fishing store is coming out, I'm gonna have to really choose.
So
Because
yeah, the
this is
Palace
good.
Cinema is actually on a very comparable piece count to it. It has 21,094. So prices went up a
That's
little
only
bit
100
since that
pieces
came out.
difference.
Yeah, it's only 150. I'm guessing this set right here, I'm gonna peg it at 160.
I think
Okay,
it'll
it
be
isn't
over
saying what
300
the price
myself.
is yet.
That
I
is
was
the
actually
new.
just looking around for the price.
No,
Oh,
it doesn't have
here
the
it
price
is.
yet, as far as I've been
No,
able to
it
tell.
does.
It does.
Oh,
Oh,
that-
Old fishing store has a
Recommended
price.
oh, I
Recommended retail price of $149.
Oh, wow, that's so much
$150.
better.
So 150.
So
It's exactly. I was
Yeah.
right then. It's very comparable to the Palace Cinema.
It's the exact same price as the Palace Cinema.
Yeah, well, I
That's
mean
an
price to
excellent
piece. It has
price.
a few less pieces than the Palace Cinema.
Oh yeah, the price piece is probably different. But like,
But man, it is beautiful.
oh,
It is so.
You don't see this
beautiful.
kind of detailing in normal Lego sets.
You really, really don't.
but one thing I
You do
really
not.
like about it, not even in the set, the box. I
The
love
box
the way
is
they
really-
The box is well
That's like
done.
that's some work put into it.
That's going the extra mile.
That's
Thank
like-
you, Lego.
That's like class.
Ooh.
That's the
Bam.
word I was looking for.
Oh.
Class.
And the interior
and it's
is
coming out of this
so cool,
picture
too.
frame.
Oh my goodness! Oh wow! I did not see that with the interior. Ah, I'm going crazy.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
it's just so good.
Now, the problem is, I
Oh,
said I
my
would...
goodness.
Well, no, I didn't say... Did I say I would buy this? I might have. That's so much, though, more than
Yes.
I thought it was... I mean,
said you wanted
I didn't
to.
know how many pieces it had at the time. I was
It's cheaper than
guessing
I thought
around,
it would
like,
be.
80, 800 or something. I was way off. But
And it's a complete
Hello, Anna.
building, 4 walls and a roof.
Guys, I can't contain myself.
and the tower even
Oh,
has a
God,
removable roof, so you can get into the interior of it.
Oh,
Oh.
I want to find the
Both
original
parts
pictures and
have
compare
a
it.
removable roof.
It even has seagulls.
Actually, you can
Okay.
remove 3 different parts to see things better. The first floor of the tower, and you can remove the roof, and you can remove the other roof.
guys, stop making me salivate.
So, but
And you can
All
open
in
up
all,
the wall.
great job, Lego. This is a great
Seriously,
job.
great job.
You were
to
very
the
true
creator.
to the design that everyone voted for here, and not only did you deliver on it, you improved it by a great deal.
You have redeemed yourself from the cancellation of Bionicle.
Okay, maybe that's pushing it, but
No, I think they're good.
Now, that's gonna
It's
have
worth
to
it.
about do it for us today.
yeah, we went a little over time there.
Actually, we made pretty good time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah,
went
we did.
overtime earlier, but we kind of had a short bit with this, so.
This segment has been exactly 15 minutes. One of our segments must have went shorter than we realized, but
The first one.
that
Yeah.
we
And
went
the
over
second
a
one.
lot of stuff today, especially Hands of Time. We're gonna have to revisit some of this stuff in the future when the news dies down, but it's news
Yeah,
season
we
again.
are.
Surprisingly, that's how the Lego community works. If you have a comment on anything
And,
we talked about
also-
today,
Real quick, before we go, for real this time, this is my last podcast before the summer ends.
Get
Yep,
How
that
does-
is-
So,
Leo is
Bon
also gone
voyage.
until next month. If no one noticed, we just didn't consider important
Yeah.
enough to tell anyone.
And you'll be back much sooner.
so it's been fun.
Mal's just.
I
been
might come
gone
back
because
from
he's gone.
Cincinnati a changed man with a scar. No, not a scar. I hope not a scar.
I hope not
Will
a
you
scar
come back
too.
with
Those
more
are painful
Lego?
to get.
Probably not.
Sure.
I'm actually not gonna have any, if not much, Lego at all over this trip.
Oh, you can't bring it back on the plane, can you?
Nope.
Luckily, you've gotten a lot this year already.
Actually, no. I'm flying over and then I'm driving back.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, you know-
I've gotten a lot this year. I'm gonna focus on smaller sets for the rest of the year.
That's
Like,
what
I
they
don't
all
know what
say.
I've
I've
already spent.
gotten everything that I've wanted, basically.
Oh, I prefer
What about the Lego
larger
Ninjago
sets.
movie sets?
Well, we'll get to that.
So anyways, if
Cross
you have a
that bridge
comment
when we
on
get
any
there.
of this stuff, or stuff you'd like to hear us expand upon in future episodes, please leave a comment below, or discuss it on our Discord server. Join us next week to hear all of this. Wait, no, hear all of this again. We're better than that. To hear all of Lego news and more on the BCC podcast.
In case you didn't know what you were watching.
So, for Ford, Glenda, Mace, and myself, LQ, we thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Have a good one.
Farewell.